Hi guys, Luke here. Thanks again for watching. So here we're going to go through the last fundamental lessons in living lean. So these are last, but they're definitely not the least important. So what we have here is fermented what? So you've probably heard about fermented products, and you might be wondering, what's all the fuss about? So why this is one of the rules that I really believe in is the effect that fermented foods have on our gut health. So as I spoke about earlier, our gut is made up of trillions and trillions of cells composed of good bacteria and bad bacteria. And we want a really good balance of good bacteria versus bad. When we cut out sugar, we stop the bad bacteria overgrowth. When we get more greens in, we also increase the good bacteria. By having some fermented foods in our diet, we increase the good bacteria even more. So some of these fermented foods that I like, and the ones that I enjoy day to day, is kefir, which is a fermented milk. I think it's originally from Russia. Kombucha, which is a fermented tea. It's very nice. It's a good substitute for alcohol if you're trying to wean yourself off alcohol. Kimchi, which is fermented vegetables, originally from Korea. Sauerkraut, which is eaten a lot in over here in Europe, especially in Germany, as a sort of side dish. So all these foods are fermented, which means left to oxidize. Okay, they're basically mixed with oxygen over a period of time, and it breeds good bacteria. For example, kefir. So kefir, the fermented milk product, it's very similar to a yogurt in texture. A good natural yogurt has about two or three strands of probiotic, of good bacteria. Kefir has between about 12 to 18 strands. So it's a lot more beneficial to be having some kefir than even just good natural yogurt. So that's the next step, is including some fermented products. There's many recipes out there. I've got one on my YouTube channel on how to make kefir. It's very, very simple and it's very cost effective. When I started having kefir and kombucha, I actually lost a lot of fat around my belly as my digestive system started working a lot better, and I was able to clear out the toxins in my body. So for fat loss, it's right up there. The last, but like I said, not least important step is another one that you might not have thought about. It's the hidden dangers. So this is not in food that we eat, but it's in products that we use and that we put on our skin. Our skin is still the biggest organ in our body. So it's really important that what we put on it is absorbed into our bloodstream. So what we put on it, is healthy. Okay, it's going to help us. It's going to move us towards our goals. The sad news is most of these products like deodorants, shampoos, different moisturizing lotions and sunscreens, shaving gels, pharmaceutical drugs, toothpaste, they're all full of chemicals. These chemicals, okay, some of these chemicals are being linked to be endocrine disruptors. So what this means is that they disrupt our hormone balance. They get us out of whack, basically. The biggest culprit here amongst these for males is estrogens, the female hormone estrogen. So just like in the water, okay, these plastics and these chemicals can promote more estrogen in the male. This can lead to breast cancers and whatnot in females, and it can lead to infertility in males. Some of these chemicals in these hygiene products have even been linked to like prostate cancer. So you need to be really careful about what you're putting on your skin. The other culprit here is the packaging. So if you buy pre-packaged food, which you hopefully are moving away from anyway, that's in plastic, this contains BPA's. If you drink from a plastic protein shaker, it also contains BPA's. Plastic water bottles, plastic Tupperware containers if you take your lunch to work in plastic, especially if it's exposed to the heat, carries BPA's. This is a really big hormone disruptor. So a couple of things that I suggest and invite you to do here is, first of all, get rid of all those nasty products and look for products that are earth friendly, that are animal friendly, and that are non-toxic or 100% organic. You can find these products from health food shops, or you can just use natural ingredients like coconut oil for moisturizer. That's what I use, and it works magnificently. Even my partner's just started making toothpaste out of coconut oil, as it's a great antibacterial. Also, get rid of all your plastic Tupperware. So invest in some glass Tupperware. It's a little bit more expensive, but it will last you forever, and you're not doing yourself any damage. I just take my protein powder, if I'm having any at all, to the gym now in a glass jar, and it works great. It also doesn't pick up so much smell like a plastic protein shaker does. So they're the fundamental rules, guys, that you really need to be following if you want success, not just for 6 weeks, but if you want, a lifetime of living lean. So I'm just going to recap them. Sugar, cutting back on sugar. Increasing greens, cutting back on caffeine. Increasing the quality of your food, of your fruit, your vegetables, of your meat, of your water. Mixing up your protein sources. So if you're a meat eater, mixing up your meats, quality meats as well, of course. Mixing up your different cuts, the different parts of the animal. Introducing some animal proteins as well. And then including some fermented products, and making sure that we get rid of these hidden dangers. If it goes on your skin, you should be happy to put it in your mouth. So the way that I recommend you go about this is basically from the top. So start at looking at sugar. Once you have a handle on sugar, move down to including more greens. From there, have a look at your caffeine intake. This is the process that I recommend and encourage you to follow. So I'm super excited to see what you can come up with over the next 6 weeks in terms of modifications to your eating, but most of all, past 6 weeks. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and thanks again for watching. Thanks, guys.